Okay, sorry. Let's
Okay.
go. I'll continue.
Okay. सगळे हसून घ्या.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Not gonna classify this as a mistake. Shut up. Hey everyone, welcome to the season wrap of Gal Pals Unplugged. I'm Arya.
And I'm Sanchita.
And we love to talk about drama, and we have been talking about drama non-stop for the last 7 months.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone who's been a part of our journey. We love you and appreciate you, and we're here doing a season wrap for our podcast.
Mhm.
How do you feel, Sanju?
I'm feeling nice because, it's a good wrap. I think
Yeah.
we did great stuff
Yeah.
in all our episodes. But I also think we need like a little break to come up with like better stuff
Yeah.
by season 2. So yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
How are
I
you
think we've
feeling?
learned a lot through
Yeah.
this journey.
we have.
And we've really like explored and like put ourselves out there.
Yeah, that was new for us.
Yeah, lots of like exploring the new territory and all of that. So I love that.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about everything that we've learned and how we've grown throughout these 7 months, we're going to talk to you about the 12 mistakes that we did
Yeah.
while podcasting. And
Let's-
that's our episode for today.
Yeah, we actually wanted to do like something fun, obviously, because we were wrapping it up. But then we thought, like, why not make it as real as possible? Because there are a few things that did not go as planned.
Yeah.
And we just, because I know this format is trending at the moment, people want to do podcasts, people are listening to podcasts. So here are a few things that did not go as we planned, or few things we did not get them right. For any first-time podcasters out there, anyone wanting to start a podcast. So yeah, also maybe it'll give you like an idea of what actually goes behind the scene and behind these smiles that we plaster on our face here sometimes. Yeah. But before that,
Before that, I want all of you guys to go ahead and subscribe to our channel.
yes, please subscribe. Keeps us motivated, keeps us happy also.
Yeah.
First mistake is
Yeah.
pum pum pum. Let's go.
A wrong name.
A wrong name.
We actually came up with 2 P's in a podcast, and we were fully locked in on that idea that we're gonna call this podcast
Yeah.
2 P's in a podcast, and we thought we were being really witty with that one. We were getting somewhere with that, and then we fully came up with, our faces are gonna be in this P's, like a 2 pods in the P and all of that. So we had all of that animation and ideation in our heads.
Yeah.
And we just typed 2 P's on in a podcast on YouTube, and there were like 56 channels with the same name.
We
And
thought,
like-
firstly, that is one of the names that we did not chat GPT. We came up with it, which is why we felt it was really smart
Yeah.
to stick to 2 P's in a podcast. Fast forward to a small detail that Aru missed. We didn't research the name before shooting. We shot a full-blown
Oh, yeah.
introduction episode while referring to ourselves as 2 P's, welcome to the pod, and the 2 P's in a pod and all of that. Fast forward, like, I think a week or 2 later,
Yeah.
where we're like, oops, there is a 2 P's in a podcast. And we were like, wow, our thought process is just so generic.
So yeah, basically the point is, please do your research. Search on Instagram, YouTube, even Gmail handles for that matter.
Yeah.
Really like try to come up with something that is edgy, catchy, not so specific.
Yeah.
I would say.
I like Gal Pals Unplugged.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
that now we can also call it GPU.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
I also like that sometimes we're in social settings and people have come up to us saying, hey Gal Pals, or something like that. That has happened. Now it does sound a little juvenile, but I'll take it. Like, as
Yeah.
long as I'm forming an IP, I'll take it. It's okay. So the second mistake that we did is we did bulk shoot. That is how we went about this. We couldn't manage to do more than 2 shoots a day because it did drain our
Yeah.
energy. But the maximum we've shot is 2 in a day. And while we were doing that, we had like a skeleton locked, and we were talking about that. And the whole episode wrapped, both the episodes wrapped. And we were like, okay, great, what a day. And oh my god, it's tiring. Fast forward to 4:30, nobody's had lunch. And we just realized that the audio button on the laptop, which turns on the mic, was switched off. and we were literally traumatized looking
my
at each other
God.
like, oh my god, what do we do? Then we tried to salvage whatever our laptops had recorded.
It was not enough.
To the point where we were like, okay, if we're doing this, audio is the number one thing people need.
So basically, I think we came up with a 3 or 4 step approach that every time you start recording, you kind of obviously check your background and all of that, but also triple check your audio, your camera, and make sure you get your thumbnail in, because we often forgot that, and then we shot another episode and then we had to quickly go back and change, and then have a 3-step, 4-step, 5-step, whatever you have in mind, written it down somewhere, put it on a post-it, stick it on your tripod, and make sure you kind of check all of those boxes before you start shooting. Which actually brings us to our next point, organization. And we are big organization queens here. But we did make that mistake when we started off. We used to shoot audio recordings and of course the video bits as well, but we didn't kind of break them into multiple segments. We just kind of had these massive files sitting on the drive which were not in folders. So make sure you have different folders for your scripts, for your episodes, for your reels. Organization is key. It really takes you a long way.
Yeah, and it definitely makes the whole process seamless, saves you a lot of time. Also, one more thing to add on to what Arya said, what we did is we shot the whole thing like how a normal podcast is shot, which is where we used to keep rambling on for 2 hours and then our editor had to edit out the pieces where we've maybe fumbled or something like that. Then after that we switched to, she's gonna have to edit this fumble out as well. We switched to a vlog style podcast where we started taking like takes, because we've had a script for everything we've shot. There is no episode that we've shot where we've just sat and rambled on,
except for the miscellaneous one.
Except for one miscellaneous. Even then we had some bullet points. So we've always had a skeleton of what we wanted to say, but at the same time when we shifted to vlog podcasting, the whole organization bit got a lot easier because we had take 1, take 2, shot 1, shot 2, all of that happened, and then it made our lives also easier, our editor's life easier. And that is something that has worked for us, because even the way we write our scripts is easier for us to break it down into segments, shoot the segments, organize the segments, put out a podcast altogether. So that is what I think worked for us.
Next up is lights, and we realized the importance of lights because we started off with warm tones and they really did not work in our favor. It worked against us, and then we moved on to lighter tones, white lights and all of that. So do your research depending on what background you have, what complexion, skin tone you have. Make sure the lights really fit the whole aesthetic and the vibe of your shoot. Also, we started off with just one light in the beginning, which was, we quickly realized it was not enough because it made the whole appearance sort of like grainy and gloomy, which we did not want. So we moved on to more lights. But make sure you have your light check done, like a demo shoot and a demo shoot before you actually publish your podcast. Very important.
Another oversight on our end was definitely not doing the budget maths when we just started. We obviously did grow gradually, so we didn't over purchase or anything. That was a good thing that we did, where we started off with the one borrowed mic from my brother, one that we got off Amazon for just some $1,500 or $2,000, and then eventually by the 5th episode we were like, okay, we don't want to keep holding on to mics and we need better audio and all of that. That's when we invested in these. But definitely we wanted to show you guys that journey, that okay, this is just like a conversation right now, and now we're a little more into it, sort of a graph that we wanted to draw for y'all, because we are not media personalities. We don't have these professional setups sitting in our wardrobe, obviously. And along with that came like a bunch of budgeting, because there are a few episodes we need to rent a few things out, and as the budget increased a little, we sort of started renting the right lights, the right cameras. Also renting them in advance is the most seamless way to go about your shoot.
I would say, even in terms of our friendship, we were a lot more unhinged back in the day when we were single. Like, we did not care about the world. When we wanted to talk about something, we would probably, like, you know, come all guns ablaze and be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down for this discussion right here, right now, and have this discussion out in the open, not give a damn about who's watching and all of that. But as we got married, I think that kind of has reflected a little bit, or maybe a lot, in our personalities, where we're not as open or as unfiltered. We are, guys. We're not saying that we're absolutely like guards
Faking
up
it,
all the time. But there's a certain sort of responsibility that comes with what we want to address and how opinionated we want to be on camera. If you have the liberty of being 100% guards down, tap on to that. It's a journey. In our first episode, we were so like nervous. We had poker faces. We did not know what we were saying, and we've come a long way from that to this. And of course, you'll see a lot of that in the upcoming seasons as well. Put your opinions on the internet. Do that. Like, we need more of that.
We need more of that. And if along the way, if you can teach us, that would be great as well. Now, onto a little lighter mistake that we did. We did not focus on our hair throughout almost the first 4-5 episodes. I've had hair till my waist
even today, actually.
Even today, it's not the best hair day. But at least we know we've thought about it and chosen this hair for us today. Back then, we just focused on, just having like the base makeup done, and that's all you need. And we're like, okay, even obviously we know this even in our day-to-day life, hair is a better accessory than any makeup can be. But yeah, through the podcast, I'd say the first few episodes, we really ignored what the hair were doing. They were all over the place.
And oh my god, do not touch your hair while shooting. Would I still do that? Yeah.
She says while touching her hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Another, I think, oversight on our end was definitely not celebrating anything. Any small wins for that matter. Because we started with the podcast. The first time we shot, we weren't very sure we were even gonna put it out, but the edit came in and then we were like, okay, this works. When we published it, I was not in town, I was traveling, so we never celebrated the first episode. We did not celebrate the viral episode
reel,
but we'll do it now.
So don't sleep on celebrating your small wins. Neither should we. We will celebrate this season wrap
next week.
And so should you, by subscribing to this channel. Another thing, guys, there was a time when we thought we could shoot 3 episodes a day, and we really couldn't, because after a point your energy does throughout anyway show on camera. But what we're trying to say is that don't get to 3 episodes or 4 episodes or kind of cramp multiple episodes. So keep that in mind, or else just kind of whatever works for you. Have coffees back to back. I don't know.
Another thing I think that we messed up a little when we started out was that we were slightly socially conscious about a direct call to action. By that I mean we were not really loudly, openly asking people to like, comment or subscribe, or even adding like giving that CT a good 30 seconds is something we started doing, I think, almost after the 5th episode, which I think that was because we were socially a little awkward and there was a sense of embarrassment attached to it. But I think we should have done that a little sooner.
I think we also really did not explore in terms of languages. We did do an episode with a mix of English and Marathi, the superstitions one, and I got like really good feedback for that one. But we kind of are so comfortable speaking in English that we are comfortable speaking Marathi as well, but it doesn't come as naturally to us on camera. And I think that's a barrier that we've made up in our heads.
Social construct again.
Right. It would be great if you guys let us know how you feel about us kind of talking in Marathi or Hindi. So I'll tell you a fun story. A friend of Lalit's, called him the other day and he was like, मी सगळे वहिनींचे पॉडकास्ट बघतो, मला काही असं फार कळत नाही, पण मी बॅकग्राऊंडमध्ये लावून ठेवतो कारण की चांगलं वाटतं ऐकायला. I would love to also, I think our target audience will expand a lot more if we kind of step our, you know, into different like languages.
So definitely I think more also apart from socially it being a slight situation, it's also about us just knowing more vocabulary in English, which helps us express ourselves better.
The next mistake, I would really classify this as a mistake because we really slept on YouTube analytics. And now when we look at videos and shorts of how important they are to content creators, especially to the ones who are just starting out, and we were a little bit lazy, I would like to admit, in terms of really looking them up. We did take a suggestion of in a vlog style, a travel vlog. We did that. It did work for us. But there were multiple other insights that were given to us by YouTube, and we should definitely have picked up on those. The irony is, I'm a data analyst.
Okay, another thing which is I think a common mistake, which is why we put it at the last, because I think we all do it sometimes, is we weren't absolutely consistent. I think we missed 2 of our dates where like we always say, we post on the 10th, 20th and 30th, which is thrice a month. It's comfortable for us. We also think it's easy to remember as much as every Tuesday is easy to remember. But we did miss on, I think, 2 deadlines because of our personal issues and whatever was happening. So I think that is something like going ahead in season 2, we will make sure that we're super consistent, super not missing out on any timelines and be really there with you guys, exploring khoob sara bhasha.
So typical of us, gal pals, to give us 13 unsolicited advices when we initially committed to 12, but we hope you enjoyed them.
But one final unsolicited piece of advice.
She's just evening out the numbers.
We're good with even numbers. Is just start. Whatever the journey is, the like cheap mics or cheap lighting, whatever. We started and we loved it. We're here. We're way more comfortable now. There's been a lot of personal growth on this journey as well. So yeah, if you're wondering, just start. Like Arya said, we had a blast shooting. We had a blast with y'all. Stay tuned, stay plugged. We're gonna be back for season 2 with a lot more fun content, many guests. Maybe even more types of vlogs we'll do. Like we'll be back with some crazy.
We had a great time vlogging.
Yeah, so we had a great time.
Stay tuned.
We'll miss you. Bye.
And just because it's the last episode, don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna
This is one of the mistakes we do. Yeah, you were saying.
Now I can't do it naturally.
Naturally. We are very unnatural. We just you'll manage.
Sometimes you like really are like Kaushik Bansor's sister.
Yeah, you can hear the Kaushik in me, can't you? Yeah. She just said, let us know. People are
for all the podcasts.
Marathi, English, Marathi.
Bye.
Correct.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye. Find a brilliant editor. We missed on that.